This is the moment I lost my podium spot because of one DNF. But let's go back to the beginning of the competition. The day started pretty well. The competition was held in the city of Coeur d'Alene, which was around an hour drive from my home. When I came, I immediately started to prepare for a 4x4 round, which was first. My first goal was to get a sub 10 average in 3x3 or maybe even podium. My second goal was to get a sub 40 average in 4x4 and also podium. And my last goal was to get a sub 4 average in 2x2. I was excited and went into 4x4 round with confidence. The 4x4 round went generally good. Even though I wasn't able to get a sub 40 average, I got very close to it and ended up podiuming. I also beat my PR average and single. The next round was a round of square one, but I decided to not do it to practice more for other events. There was also a clock round, but I just didn't sign up for it. The round just before lunch was the first round of 3x3. My only goal for 3x3 was to get a sub 10 average. I wish I could podium, but it was impossible since these three goats were the one taking it for sure. Though what happened next gave me a pretty big chance of podiuming. I finished with a pretty bad average of 11:36 and ended up placing 5th in the first round. Though I got my PR single of 9.57 seconds, which had an amazing X-cross and good execution in general. Then we went for lunch, and then I went to the second half of the competition. By the way, I changed my background, so let me know in the comments how much you like it. Then there was a round of skewb and one-handed. I did okay in both of them since they aren't my mains. The round after OH and skewb was pyramings. Even though I used to be good at pyramings, I didn't expect a lot from it since I didn't practice. I ended up getting a 5.87 average and didn't even check the live results after. The next round was a round of 2x2. I learned my CLL on Thursday while my competition was on Saturday, so I really had just one day to practice. And let's just say it was not a good idea. I was able to pull off a 2.4 and a 3.64. But the rest of the average was just terrible. I got a 1562 and a DNF because I failed to recognize a CLL in both. I ended up placing 29th. I was happy about 2.4 but killed my average completely. And here comes an advice: never learn CLL 2 days before your competition. And here comes the main part of the show, the 3x3 finals. The reason I couldn't podium was this guy who was taking the third place for sure. So Sam had to leave before the finals, and that means that I had a huge chance in podiuming in 3x3. And I was really nervous about it. The first solve was a 10.94, which was good but not good enough, and I knew I had to lock in. The second solve was worse than the first one. It was a 12.58. After this, I knew I couldn't allow any more fails. I tried to lock in on my third solve and it paid off. I got a 9.62 and was very happy about it. On my fourth solve, I knew I needed a good scramble, and when the judge opened the cover, my heartbeat went up. The scramble had a huge block that could have been turned into an X cross, and I knew I had to take that chance. But what happened next completely broke me. Yep, I DNF'd it. And there I knew I had no chance to take a podium. I finished my average with an 11.31 and ended up having an 11.61 average. And I ended up placing 4th in the finals. I was pretty sad, but I knew that was just the start and I knew I had to become better. Also, there was one funny thing that happened right after the competition ended. I was just standing there waiting for the awards, and I was just standing scrolling through the live results, and remember how I was saying that I didn't check the live results for PMings? That's where it got me. When I opened live results, I found myself on the 3rd place for PMings. I was super happy about it that I almost forgot about my 3x3 fails. Overall, I liked the competition. I met with a lot of my friends and generally had a good time. If you have any local competition, you should go there even if you are just the beginner. You will never regret it. I want to thank you all for hitting 200 subscribers. I thank you for supporting my channel, and smash like, write a comment, and I'll see you in the next videos.